Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you who watched this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today we're talking about License to Kill, good old James Bond, starring Timothy Dalton. And this is his second and final outing as James Bond. This one has a reputation for being darker, a little grittier, and way more personal than most Bond movies. And honestly, it lives up to that reputation. Right away, the movie lets you know what kind of Bond Dalton is. The opening air stunt, Timothy Dalton's air stunts might be the best in the series. Very well done. If you remember right, in Living Daylights, he's actually hanging out from a airplane, grabbing onto the cargo net, basically, right? And this one, he jumps from a helicopter down onto the airplane, hooks up the airplane, and then then the helicopter lifts the airplane up, just like you see in Dark Knight Rises, from Batman to Batman, Christopher Bale, Christopher Nolan, Batman. Pretty sure Bane got his ideas from License to Kill. Excuse me. Got a cough. Oh, hope I don't cough all the way through this. One thing I noticed about this movie is that a lot of the Bond's allies do die in this movie. This makes the stakes feel real. Everything is more grounded, especially in both of these Dalton movies. And that fits, what Dalton wanted perfectly. We also get a very young Benicio del Toro as Dario. He's easily the standout of the movie. He brings his unhinged energy and makes him more threatening than the actual villain. Speaking of the villain, Robert Davi plays Franz Sanchez, who is solid drug lord antagonist. Definitely better than the villains in the previous movie in Living Daylights. But still not top tier Bond villain. That's one thing that Dalton movies kind of lack, is a great Bond villain. Maybe because I was going for more of the down to earth villains. But this one, Robert Davy, I don't know. I don't know how to say his last name. But anyways, he's a solid performer, a good actor. He puts in a solid performance, but not a memorable performance, right? License to Kill is is interesting because it's not about world domination or nuclear threats or space stations. Man, excuse me. It's basically about Bond versus a drug dealer. Right in the middle of Hollywood's 80s themes of movies, tropes. Everybody's doing drugs, and you got cops chasing after them. Basically what you got here with this James Bond movie. And that way, it kind of reminds me of the movie Live or Let Die with Roger Moore. The stakes are smaller, but more personal. The underwater scenes are shot incredibly well in this one, too. I just got done doing a review of Creature of Black Lagoon. In this one, they're done excellent. It's really clear and intense. Dalton always excelled in the serious, grounded sequences, and this movie leans into the tone with almost entire runtime. Which, this movie has another killer shark trope going on. I think this is the fourth Bond movie that had killer sharks. Only if these villains would remember to put lasers on their heads. Maybe they would actually kill Bond with these killer sharks. But since they never remember to put the lasers on their heads, they always fail. License to Kill. Dalton's once again delivers a gritty, focused Bond. He always plays hurt and angry, fueled by revenge in this movie, and he does it without slipping into the camp or comedy of earlier Bonds, except when Q is on the screen. Q is the one that brings the comedy into these movies, and most likely did that because of a pressure release valve, for the audience. Especially a lot of Bond audiences at this time were used to the Roger Moore way of doing things, and even in Sean Connery, you had that comedy, especially when Q was on the screen. Also, we have a unique Bond girl in this one. She actually gets jealous of Bond being, with other girls. She actually shows this frustration in her character. I think she might be the only one, who actually cares that Bond's cheating on her. So it brings that element to her character, kind of changes it a little bit. And she's not a total useless Bond girl, especially the worst ones, Kate Capshaw's. No, not Kate Capshaw, sorry. They look similar, right? Tanya Roberts, Kate Capshaw, they look a little similar. I don't know. I always get them confused, maybe because it's basically the same character from Temple of Doom. But she holds her own. She does a great job. And both girls in this female characters do pretty good. You got the girl being abused by the villain, by Robert Davies, whatever. I know it's not Robert Duvall. I don't know why I keep saying Duvall, but Robert Davies, Davi. Anyways, character, she's you kind of wonder if she's fully helping Bond or not, or is she still attached to her abusive boyfriend. But I think both girls do a good job and represent the movie pretty well. Overall, License to Kill was a solid revenge-driven Bond movie with great stunts, good pacing, and a memorable side character in Benicio del Toro. Makes you wonder if it would have been better if he was actually the main antagonist of the movie. Timothy Dalton is at his most intense. The main villain still is a top tier, but the movie works because it feels grounded and dangerous. If you enjoy the serious side of the franchise, this is one of the best examples of the approach. And until next time, have a great day. Bye. Oops, sorry, I looked the wrong way.